Welcome to Weird and Bizarre History, where we step into the shadows of the past and discover the strange and fascinating historical events that occurred on this day in history. We dive into the weird and bizarre events that shaped the world. Join us daily for tales of triumph, tragedy, scandal, and intriguing stories that will leave you speechless. Happy New Month, history lovers, can one day redefine the world and faith. Today, we're diving into the political and religious shockers of September 1st that flipped nations upside down. From betrayals to war, these stories redefined the world. Let's get started. 1. Australia joins World War II 1939. On September 1, 1939, Australia declared war on Germany after its invasion of Poland. Prime Minister Robert Menzies' announcement committed Australian troops to Europe, reshaping the nation's global role. The decision strengthened Allied ties but strained domestic resources. Australia's participation in World War II marked a significant shift in its foreign policy and military involvement. The war effort had a profound impact on Australian society, economy, and politics. Australia's contribution to the war was substantial, and its role in the Allied victory was crucial. 2. Canada's residential school scandal emerges 1990. On September 1, 1990, allegations of abuse in Canada's residential schools surfaced, sparking widespread outrage. Indigenous survivors' stories revealed a dark history of physical and emotional abuse, leading to reconciliation debates and policy changes. The scandal reshaped Canada's approach to Indigenous relations and cultural policies. The government's response was marked by apologies and efforts to address the historical injustices. The scandal had a profound impact on Canada's Indigenous communities and its relationship with them. 3. Soviet invasion of Manchuria ends 1945. On September 1, 1945, the Soviet Union completed its invasion of Manchuria, swiftly defeating Japan's Guangdong Army. The occupation reshaped East Asian power dynamics, fueling China's communist rise and Cold War tensions. The Soviet invasion played a significant role in ending World War II. The occupation had far-reaching consequences for the region, shaping the course of the Cold War and beyond. The Soviet Union's role in the war was crucial, and its actions in Manchuria were a key factor in Japan's defeat. 4. South Africa's Church Anti-Apartheid Rally 1988. On September 1, 1988, South African churches held anti-apartheid rallies, amplifying calls for racial equality. Clergy-led protests stunned the government, strengthening the church's role in ending apartheid. The events marked a significant moment in South Africa's struggle for justice and equality. The church's activism played a crucial role in mobilizing opposition to apartheid, and its efforts helped to bring international attention to the issue. The rallies were a key moment in the fight against apartheid. 5. Bolivia's coup attempt fails 1971. On September 1, 1971, a failed coup against Bolivia's President Juan José Torres highlighted Cold War divisions. Military rebels opposing socialist reforms were defeated, reshaping Bolivia's political stability. The attempt marked a tumultuous period in Bolivia's history, with the country struggling to find its place in the world. The failure of the coup allowed Torres to continue his socialist reforms, but the country's instability persisted. The event was a significant moment in Bolivia's struggle for democracy. 6. Timor-Leste occupation protests erupt 1999. On September 1, 1999, protests against Indonesia's occupation of Timor-Leste escalated, prompting Australian-led UN intervention. Post-referendum violence stunned Canberra, leading to a significant shift in Pacific geopolitics. The crisis ultimately secured Timor-Leste's independence, marking a major turning point in the country's history. The international community's response to the crisis was crucial in bringing an end to the occupation and establishing a new nation. The event marked a significant moment in the region's history. 7. Germany invades Poland 1939. On September 1, 1939, Nazi Germany invaded Poland, shocking Europe. Hitler's blitzkrieg strategy quickly overwhelmed Poland's defenses, breaking international agreements. The invasion marked the start of World War II, resulting in millions of deaths and widespread destruction. European alliances were reshaped, and the war had a profound impact on world politics. Germany's aggressive expansion drew more nations into the conflict. The invasion was a pivotal moment in history, triggering a chain reaction of military responses. It was a dark period with lasting effects, changing the world forever, and just like that World War II began. 8. Yugoslavia's Tito defies Stalin 1948. On September 1, 1948, Josip Broz Tito's Yugoslavia openly defied Stalin's USSR, shocking Europe. Tito's rejection of Soviet control stunned communist allies, splitting the Eastern Bloc. The defiance reshaped Cold War dynamics, establishing Yugoslavia's non-aligned stance. Tito's bold move allowed Yugoslavia to maintain independence and forge its own path. The split between Yugoslavia and the USSR had far-reaching consequences, influencing the course of the Cold War. Yugoslavia's non-aligned stance became a model for other nations seeking to avoid Soviet or US dominance. 9. Chile's socialist tensions rise 1973. On September 1, 1973, tensions over Salvador Allende's socialist policies peaked, shocking South America. Military unrest, backed by U.S. interests, stunned Chileans, foreshadowing the 1973 coup. The crisis reshaped Chile's political landscape, sparking regional debates. Allende's policies had polarized the country, and the military's actions would ultimately lead to his downfall. The event marked a significant turning point in Chile's history, leading to a prolonged period of authoritarian rule. 10. Watergate scandal hearings intensify 1973. On September 1, 1973, Watergate hearings escalated in Washington, shocking the U.S. revelations of Nixon's campaign abuses stunned the nation, fueling impeachment talks. The scandal reshaped political trust, leading to Nixon's 1974 resignation. The hearings exposed a wide range of wrongdoing, including obstruction of justice and abuse of power. The Watergate scandal marked a significant moment in American history, highlighting the importance of government accountability and the rule of law. These faith-shaking moments left the world stunned and changed history forever. Subscribe for more jaw-dropping stories. Comment your favorite September 1st moment, like, and check out our other videos for more. Thanks for watching, see you next time.